Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hi there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, that's not an Alone Together stream, guys. This is just me sitting here setting stuff up for Tuesday. Right? Is there such a delay in there that I don't hear myself? What is going on? Alright. You gotta let me know if you hear me. Can you hear me? Test, test, test. I'm gonna go and get a beer. Super distorted, is that? Yeah, super distorted. Well, good that I do a test stream, right? Is that better? Alright, is that better? Can you just give me some feedback, please? Okay. Okay, great. I'm gonna get a beer. Alright. Cheers. Is that loud enough with my... Going to take this down. Is that loud enough? Can you guys hear me? So there's such a delay in that thing that I'm sitting here with my beer now. But apparently I haven't even left the room yet when I look at the video. Great. Okay, ich kann auch mal was auf Deutsch sagen, aber eure Kommentare lese ich irgendwie erst... Nein, ich bin 5 Minuten voraus, glaube ich. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich bin. Alright, so the reason why I'm doing this is I'd love to know, first of all, if you guys can hear me. You can just help me out here right now, because all that you're seeing here, like this whole thing, that, this camera, oh, there's another camera there, and you can actually watch my screen. There's nothing on there yet. The question I'm having is, Can you guys hear me? So, I need to read some comments here then. Can you guys hear me? Sound is good, and the voice was a little bit distorted. Is it good now? Hey Los Angeles, how are you? Now the mix sound doesn't sound very good. So, you know, I have this absolutely super amazing microphone here, like that one. See that? Maybe I should put this one. That super amazing Antelope Audio Edge Go microphone. Thing is, when I run a stream and I have everything connected, that's it, the Edge Go is a USB microphone. Please stay there. The Edge Go is a USB microphone, and I don't have a USB slot available because you have to connect it right into the computer, and I only have 4 USB slots on my stupid fucking old trash can from 2012. Now I'm a little confused now because the latency of the broadcast seems to be pretty off. So guys, help me out here. Right. Yeah, I totally rearranged the rave cave. I totally did in the last 2-3 days. Okay, loud and clear. Thank you so much. I am trapped in a time loop. Totally. All right, so I gotta use this microphone here. I gotta use this camera there. Hello. And what I did, look at me, a long cable on this microphone. That's a good thing, is it? But it's still too loud. USB hubs and the beautiful Edge Go from Antelope Audio just doesn't work over a hub. You have to directly connect it. But then I have to basically decide if I'm going to get rid of my MIDI interface, which needs to be directly connected to the computer. I have this camera here. I can show you guys. No, it's not that one. That one. I'm not even sure if I'm talking to myself right now. All right, camera. So over here. Oh, hold on. This. Get out the microphone. This is the trash can from 2012, so-called a MacBook, a Mac Pro, right? And it's still my computer that I'm using. And I don't even know if I'm talking to myself right now. If anybody can hear me, what I'm doing here. Jesus. That's a little bit too high. Oh, come down. All right. Let's do it like this. All right. I'm way too low in the volume, am I? Guys, you gotta make up your mind. I'm reading like conflicting comments. It's really bad, the quality. I can see that the quality is really bad. So anybody has an idea why the quality is really bad? Anyone? Do I need to go into preferences? See, okay. So the reason why I'm doing this because on Tuesday night I'm going to do a stream. I'm not even sure what I'm doing. I'm doing a production stream with Beatport on Twitch, on their Twitch channel, and that's why I rearranged everything. I basically uncabled everything and recabled everything and reconnected it new. It's an amazing thing to do. So on Tuesday night, this is supposed to all work, and I'm supposed to show you guys, or whoever is going to be watching, how you can approach a production session, I guess. I'm not really sure what that is. Okay, what bitrate are you broadcasting? That's a good question. All right, video, default source, cross this all, fade in when finished. We can hear and see you. That's great. Is the quality now better? What is a poor mic? What is it now? No, that's not the microphone. What you're hearing? I have an arpeggiator running of the 101 here. Which microphone is it? Which camera is it? This camera now. So this is the SH01A, which I'm running. Cheers, guys. Okay, usually my streams work, do they? Right, when I do those streams down there, use high quality video mode. Maybe I should turn that off. Check. All right, I'm gonna read some of your comments now. Maybe I should do that here, it's better. Yeah, that's better. All right. Check. All right. I'm going to read some of your comments now. Maybe I should do that here. It's better. Okay, so I'm not supposed to move around. All right, let's try something different here. Yeah, that's better. Jesus. All right. Check. All right. I'm going to read some of your comments now. Maybe I should do that here. It's better. Okay, the sound is a bit bad. Is it the sound of this microphone? Okay, so I'm not supposed to move around. What's going on? It's not the first time that I'm streaming, is it? Try something right? We do the DJs and Beers show. The microphone works fine. Now I have the setup from downstairs, which is the Rave Cave 2.0 is just one below me. And you're basically in Rave Cave 1.0, but it's looking a little different now, as you can see. Okay, the sound is a bit bad. Is it the sound of this microphone? Okay, so I'm not supposed to move around. What's going on? It's not the first time that actually I can hear myself. That's fun. Right? We do the Okay. Ja, right. Ihr seid das Testpublikum, seid ihr hier. Tut mir leid, aber ihr könnt ja auch abschalten, wenn es nicht funktioniert. Okay, funktioniert das jetzt? Hört ihr mich einigermaßen, wenn ich mein Mikrofon da stehen lasse? Do not touch the mic. Okay. I have this wonderful mic from Antelope Audio, but how can I connect that so you can hear me? That is a good question, is it? Now it's good? Also the little ARP going on behind us here. Little background loop. No, I don't want to turn it up right now. I just want to. No, I'm not using the Antelope Audio microphone. Okay, here's the point. Shall I start again? How is the weather? The weather is, I don't know. I actually wanted to go for a run today, but I got stuck cabling stuff and everything. So I'm sitting here with a whole new setup, try to get the cameras going. This is why I'm doing the test run. And I thought I'm gonna invite you guys to join me on the test run. Shall I turn up the microphone a little bit maybe, when it's so far away, like this? No, I don't need techno support from Antelope Audio. I'm not using the Antelope Audio microphone. The reason why I'm not using the Antelope Audio microphone is because I don't it's a USB microphone. It's an absolutely mind-blowing, amazing microphone, but it's a USB microphone, and you have to have a dedicated USB slot on your computer. So I'm streaming with my laptop up there, that one. See that up here? Because my Mac Pro is from 2012. It would never be able to run this stuff here and stream at the same time. So this is why I'm doing this. All right, now you can hear me. That's wonderful. All right. I mean, I've been streaming for this past 6-7 months. I should know what I'm doing. Yet I haven't done anything like this, like a production stream. And honestly, I haven't talked to myself all the time, because when we do the DJs and beers, I have other people to talk to. Now I just read your comments, so I'm kind of like sitting here alone. Yeah, if I go through a hub with a USB microphone, it just wouldn't work. It just doesn't work. It's the same thing with this camera, because this camera is going directly into my laptop. You guys want to know what I'm doing here? No, das ist kein leichtes Rauschen im Hintergrund. Ja, ich möchte zeigen, wie ich produziere. Ich weiß selber nicht, wie ich produziere, deswegen möchte ich euch das zeigen. Aber das muss ich erstmal zum Laufen kriegen hier. Also die Sachen hier laufen, das läuft alles. Und das ist auch kein Geräusch hier im Hintergrund, sondern das ist ein kleiner Arpeggiator, der auf dem 101 läuft. Why is it lagging? That is a good question. You tell me why this is lagging. The Roland Groovebox 707 is really amazing. It's a really good thing. I can show you in a second. The quality is 1,000,000 times better, but I'm not sure why. UBB mic to iPad and iDat to Mac. Those MBPs. What is the MBP? What is an MBP, please? I'm not sure. Ich weiß nicht, ob es Dienstag klappt. Okay, I'm switching between German and English. Back and forth. All right. Yeah. I'm not gonna switch off anytime soon, so I'm gonna play around here with my stuff, and if you guys want to watch, you can watch. Do you guys still hear me when I talk like this, because the microphone is now like just lying there? Yeah, the sound quality. Shall I explain my setup? Shall I explain my setup? The funny thing is that every time I'm asking you a question, your comments are probably, until you hear my questions, probably 2 minutes and gone by the time you're commenting on it. Use your USB mic to an iPad and iDat to Mac. I could, I guess, I suppose I could, but how do I connect my USB mic to an iPad? I probably need like 1,000,000 kind of like adapters and stuff. I'm not sure. Oh, MBP, MacBook Pro. I don't even have a MacBook Pro. I only have MacBook Airs, and there are 2 MacBook Airs. There is another MacBook Air. That is actually the MacBook Air that I'm DJing with. There's an old MacBook Air right here. How can you see that? If I turn on this camera. This is the MacBook Air that I'm streaming with right now. So, just for you to know, I have Ecamm running on this MacBook Air. This is an old MacBook Air, which I'm solely using for analyzing purposes. I know it's luxury, but I didn't have any other computer lying around, so I had to use this. I'm running all the sound obviously is running through my sound card here, and I'm using the monitor out of my sound card to go into a different sound card, which is connected to this MacBook Air. So the streaming quality, this is how I'm doing it when I do my DJ streams downstairs. Again, DJ stream is happening downstairs, and downstairs is an apartment which I was rebuilding into a studio, and once the pandemic hit, I stopped rebuilding it because reasons. And so it was kind of like a construction site. It still is a construction site. And if you look at my streams, then you'll find out, I'm looking at the wrong camera, I should have a red light on my cameras. So if you get this here. Hey. So if you know my Alone Together streams, can you still hear me if I I have to remember to take the mic along, right? Cheers. Happy Sunday night. How is everyone, by the way? Huh? How is everyone? Because of my neighbors. Benutzt du jetzt das Mic am Kopfhörer, weil das Gras gut läuft? Was? Rustic Ink, thank you. IDEM method, mic, USB, lightning, but what am I going to do with my iPad? Like, I'm not streaming via the iPad. So I essentially, if I sit here like this, can you guys hear me? And now I have to wait a minute probably, because it's like the latency of the streaming for your answer in the chats. Well, yeah, so again, in case you're wondering what I'm doing here, this is just a test run. So no, you cannot expect me to DJ because my DJ setup is downstairs. Again, where do I start? Where do I start? We can hear you everywhere. That's great. Perfect. So just continue to talk like this. All right, we're 7 months or something into this stupid pandemic. And that is the first time I'm just like randomly going live. Again, for those who might have missed it or just joined on that stream, I'm doing this because on Tuesday night, I'm doing a Beatport Twitch stream this Tuesday and the following Tuesday, so it's 2 Tuesdays, where I will talk about this. This is not my studio. My studio is supposed to be downstairs. It was I just started building it when the pandemic hit. Then I stopped building it. And so it's a construction site. But I figured after a while, because I did my streams from up here, it was Rave Cave #1, as you can see. And at some point I was like, yeah, I'd rather want to stand up when I'm DJing. You know, I was sitting here doing that thing. The camera was basically over there, so that's why maybe everything looks a little different. By the way, it looks much bigger on screen than it is here. So I decided to use the construction site down there. I got my huge PMC MB2 speakers, I love them, with the stands out of storage. Put them down there in the construction site. I built a DJ booth. That's what I did this summer. And since then I'm streaming from that location, which is just below me. This room here is just a makeshift, if you want to call it, studio room. If you wonder what I'm doing with these speakers here, these speakers are standing on the table because I already got like comments like, what are you doing with speakers on the table? It sounds muffled and everything. I am not using these speakers for a reference. These are just fun to listen to. I'm using those headphones for a reference, or my in-ear headphones from Campfire Audio, which are just really, really good too. So I've been basically just using the equipment that I happen to have at home, because everything else is in storage. What I happened to have at home was my old 909, my 303, these two funky Electric Mistress and what is this company again? Deluxe, I think. Electro Harmonix, exactly. And just random stuff. I have my analog rhythm here, and I found this old Korg thing. I have an 808, but that's sadly, most of the voices are broken. I need to get that fixed. It was, I think, not used for too long. So I need to get that fixed. Nothing major. It's just some buttons and knobs are not working. I got my Eventide H8000 down here. Can you see that one? Hold on. Hold my beer. I'll switch the cameras, and then that is like the camera that I'm moving around with. See that? That's my H8000. It's a really amazing effects unit. Yet I only connected it as a send and return to my Model 1 mixer. I have this SH01A, which I'm playing around with a little bit, and I have the MC707, fairly new, which is a really cool machine. Really, really, really nice. It's like so much you can do with that. And obviously my 303 Devilfish. And put this back. What's going on? Sorry. Okay, that should be working much, much better. By Tuesday, right? So Tuesday I should get this working much better. All right, let me, yeah, Umek is also on my, let me get the microphone over here. Umek is also on my 909. Everybody signed that 909. It must have been probably like 15 to 20 years ago where people signed that. I see Carl Cox signed it in 2003. Richie Rotten signed it in 2001. Yeah. Anyways, let me have a look at your comments, because while we're here, I can answer some of your questions. Do you have any questions? Okay, the one question is, could you do a stream in regards of my setup routing, especially the machine? It's funny because the machine is actually the only thing. It's like sadly sitting quietly in the corner. It's not connected at all right now, because I have the MC707 standing here in that prominent place, and that's better. Okay. What makes techno good in my ears? You know, it's a vibe. It's just a vibe. It's the atmosphere that it's creating. And one thing I can't stand with techno, if it's too obvious, it's getting too obvious. Sometimes you can be obvious, like what I mean by obvious, like huge melodies coming in and everybody's like, oh, it's a nice moment, but I always find it's too obvious, and I'm more like the stuff that's behind the obvious. How do the PMC speakers sound? The PMC speakers sound absolutely amazing, but to get speakers sound amazing, you need to have a good room too, or you need to set them up in the right way. So it's not only the speaker that sounds, it's also the room that sounds, and the combination of both of these things, that's what it does. And yeah, on Tuesday there will be a lot of questions as well. Yes. So everything I'm doing here is like totally improvised. I literally just finished the setting up, and I just finished like connecting all the MIDI stuff, so I could get into this now and checking that everything is like synchronized and working. MIDI is always very flaky, but I like that. I actually kind of like that moment where MIDI goes off. My 909, for example, is just like so off sometimes. But who cares? You can move things around later on when you recorded them in audio. Which program I use for producing? Mostly Ableton Live. Mostly. I used to use a lot of Logic, but at some point I started with Ableton Live, parallel of using Logic, and I started with Ableton Live actually with version 1.5. Yeah, that's old, I know. So yes, the MC707 is totally worth it. And if you want, I can actually do a little test. I mean, this is a little test, but I could go deeper into stuff and try to find out what I'm going to be doing on Tuesday. So you are my test audience, and if you're totally bored by this, just go away. Watch something else. But if you're not, there might be some surprises happening here. I'm not sure what. Can I design face masks with my logo on it? Oh man, I want to have caps and face masks and everything. It's just like, it's time to take care of these things, to find the right materials and everything. It's been so much going on lately that I seriously didn't find the time. And honestly, I'd rather sit here cabling stuff than trying to find the right face mask where I can put my logo on. But one day I'll do this. Okay, that's a good question. Which headphones? Entschuldigung, auch wenn ihr die Fragen auf Deutsch stellt. Ich antworte mal auf Englisch, weil die meisten Leute hier auf Englisch sprechen. I just said there's questions in German, but I answer them in English because most of you speak English, right? So my headphones. Those headphones are OD's headphones. I believe LCD XD or something is the model. But that's not the only thing that I'm using for listening to my headphones. I give you a little insight here now. Where's the camera? This thing, what you're seeing here, this little machine. It's called a Smith Realizer A8, if you want to Google that. Smith Realizer A8. And what this thing does is, in my old studio where I was really happy with my sound, with my really nice speakers, and I knew I had to move out at some point, I got this Smith Realizer system, and it basically functions like this. You're sitting in your sweet spot in front of your speakers, you put microphones in your ears, and then you record your room sound. And this little machine emulates that room sound on any headphones. And the better your headphones, these are really good headphones, the more true to your room sound you were. So basically, I have saved the sound of my old studio on this, and with this here, that's a remote control for this thing. With this thing, I can switch between like regular stereo headphone sound or my studio sound. Sadly, I cannot show you that. Can I? Not really. Actually, I could. Let me see. How could I route this? That you would be able to hear this when I switch back and forth. I'll try to think of something. Anyways, so if I switch to my studio sound, which I have recorded in my old studio, and this is the virtual it just does it. And it's, I would say, up to 90% accurate. You might ask the question, why do I still have speakers then? Because it's the missing 10% in the end. But I've got used to those headphones. Those of you who might have watched my streams for a bit, I got used to these headphones, playing with them and mixing with them so well over the last 8, 9, 10 months, even before, because I moved out of my old studio quite a while ago, 2 years ago. So I'm pretty good in mixing with those two by now, because I can judge the headphones. All right, back to some of your questions maybe. DJ MV10. Oh, is that a new mixer of Pioneer? I haven't even seen this yet. Pioneer Xone 92, Model 1 over there. Entschuldigung, ich habe keine deutschen Untertitel. Achso, das Bedeutung meines Logos? Gibt es nicht wirklich eine Bedeutung. Es ist ein brennendes Herz. Alles andere, was du da drin siehst, ist alles deine eigene Imagination. AKG Studio Headphones sind bestimmt auch super. Habe ich auch noch nie gehabt. There's no Mini Moog. This is a Sub 37, which is right behind me here. This one? Oh, you can't see that. This one? This? Are you annoyed by now for this little arpeggiator that's going on? Okay, can you get frustrated if something doesn't work? How do you handle that? Constantly stuff doesn't work. If I would get frustrated about stuff that doesn't work, I would be completely a frustrated person. Now, I see that as a challenge to make it work. You learn more about your gear, and everything. Just early on, I set up everything. I had everything going, and then I turned off my Ableton Live set and I loaded a new live set, and nothing was working again. Until I realized that I have an Apollo sound card here as my main sound card, that it has a recall function, and it recalled the wrong mixer, the wrong console. And until I realized that, it took me a while. But I didn't get frustrated, because you learn again, and you learn from all your mistakes. How many times was I DJing and was just about to go on and something wasn't working? If I would be freaking out or panicking, probably not a good idea. So you just try to stay cool, and you just, like, the experience tells you to hopefully get it work, or to hopefully find a way to make it work as good as possible, so people don't really realize something is missing or something is not happening. Where was I? More questions. The built-in sound card of the machine are good enough for my gigs, or I never use it? No, I never use it. For my gigs, and also here, I use my Antelope Audio 32 Plus, Orion 32 Plus, which is the best sound card I've ever used in my whole life. It's so incredibly stable. Since I've been using this sound card, I've never had an issue DJing. Like, seriously, never dropped out on me, never. And I have like 2 of them or 3, which I'm basically rotating at some points, because you don't want to stress them too much. Super stable sound card, incredible sound. I mean, obviously the sound card in a Native Instrument product is definitely not a bad thing. Absolutely, Native Instrument products are really, really good. So it's just that I have access to something even better. I need the motivation. I want to start with reason, but I never find consistency. You know what I suggest to you, because I still think this is a thing and a deal. Download Ableton Live. It's, I think, for free right now for at least half a year or something, until you have to decide to buy it. So go for it. Like, just play around with this. And you know, Matt Radioslave, he said it best one time. The way he started to make music was just he made edits, you know? So you get a software which works, which Ableton Live is perfect. It's quite intuitive. You still can get into it. And you just start super simple. This is what I'm doing. I'm really not a big tech guy. And all the machines that I'm using I'm only touching the surface. Like, even the Maschine that I've been playing with since it came out first, I don't know, 10 years now. I'm probably only using maybe 20% of its whole potential. And if I meet someone from Native Instruments who plays around with the machine, I'm always standing there like, whoa, whoa, that's good. Hold on. Let me get that. Hey, so how is this? The Antelope Audio sound card, the exact name of that one is Orion 32 Plus, but there's also Orion 32. Again, one of the best sound cards I've ever used. Jock in Frankfurt kenne ich nicht, ne. Cheers. How was your gig in Rome a few weeks ago under Corona conditions? There was a huge terrace. It was really, really nice. It was really safe because it was outside. The Italians knew what they were doing. And because they know that with what they were doing, they had to close it down again after a while. I think in August, the infection rates like started again. So guys, what I can tell you is like right now it's probably getting into fall and it's going to be more dangerous again. So just be careful. I want to integrate Maschine in my setup as an effect machine, but as yeah, that's right. There is no good videos out there that that help you with this. I luckily had a really super expert, hello Boris, in case you're watching, from Native Instruments who showed it to me, because you need to route internally. And what I did was like I used the 8th channel as a send and return channel, where the 7th and the 8th channel, and I routed internally delay and the reverb in there. But don't ask me how they did it. Will the MC707 be part of your live setup in the future? Maybe yes. I don't really, I mean, I don't really have a live setup. If you call my setup a live setup, I wouldn't really call it that. It looks more impressive than I actually do stuff with it. I just make it look impressive, but it's not really that difficult what I'm doing. But I've been playing around with the MC707 now for like the last 3-4 weeks, more or less. And I really got into it, and I show you a little bit in a second. We'll do that. Do you use the NI machine in your production process? I did a lot, but I used it more for my DJing, to be honest. I could have connected it right now, but again, I took the space for the MC707. Do you think you will create hits like American Madness or Golden Age? I have no idea. Were these things hits? I don't even see those hits. Yeah, Native Instruments, do your job. Hey, Tim Lowenworth, thank you for the nice words about Detroit in 2017. Yes, I'm going to be jamming a little bit sooner or later. I'm just still testing. And you can still tell me, is this sound now? Is this good? How is the video quality? It seems to be way more stable now, does it? Am I right? Duri Manuri, is music without mastering not more appealing because it's just from the artist and not adjusted by a mastering engineer? Any thoughts on this current dogma that every tune has to be mastered? Maybe you have a wrong definition of mastering. A good mastering engineer actually just makes the track work better in your ears than the producer ever could. I am in the very, 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 very final stages of mixing my album right now. We have actually, I'm doing this album again with Ralf Hildenbeutel. It's the next album on Mute Records. We're gonna have a new mixing session online tomorrow morning for like the last bits. And I can tell you that if you are the producer yourself, your mind and your head is so into that music that you do not you don't have an objective view on things. So you need to get another person in, which is the mastering engineer, who hears it with like completely non-judgmental ears. And the mastering actually doesn't change a lot in the music. It just makes it sound more efficient. Is efficient the right word? Better, hopefully. What is a really important step in production is the mixing. And for the bigger artists out there, like the chart artists, there's always a mixer. There's like these mixing gurus, Dave Pensado, Michael Brower, all these guys. They just mix stuff. If you're curious about that, you should watch videos on that. I'm mixing the stuff myself, which when it comes to techno, I'm pretty confident in what I'm doing. But when it comes to more musical stuff, listening stuff with vocals and stuff, I need help. And that is a process that you can do on your own, but it's also quite helpful to have someone else like listening in, because you sometimes get so stuck subjectively in your track that you don't really know where to take it anymore, where you could take it. So the mastering and the unmastered and unmixed tracks are maybe totally raw, but which has its charm, I believe. But believe me, you wouldn't want to be in a club listening to a DJ set when the DJ just plays unmastered and unmixed tracks. It would be all over the place and it would be terrible. Mixing equals sonic validating, kind of, yeah. Betriebsblind, that's the word. Yeah. The second set of ears are good, right? How many tracks are on my new album? 10. When is the album coming out? The album I have no idea, because Mute, the wonderful label Mute, has the policy that they do not set a release date until they have the masters in their hand. And that might take another 4 weeks until I have the masters in my hand. Yes, and this album will also be on vinyl. I have no idea when I'm coming to Texas, because I just don't know. I'm not sure even when I'm traveling again. Do my neighbors get annoyed when I do one of my 9-hour live streams? By the way, is any one of you watching right now not subscribed to my channel? Because I'm just seeing I have 7,990 subscribers. Could we jump over the 8K now, please? Could you hit the subscribe button? I know it's really lame for me to do that, but I'm still... analog or digital? That's still a question? No. Clear that up. Digital has an extremely bad reputation still. For some people, because obviously the beginning times of digital in the late 90s, middle 90s, late 90s, early 2000s were really bad. I have to admit, they were bad. Like the first MP3s that I was playing in the early 2000s, they didn't sound that great. I admit that. But time and technology has gone a long way since, and you have such great digital, not only workstations, synthesizers, processors, plugins that emulate the analog sound so amazing. So there's literally no difference anymore. It's basically just characteristics, or hands-on. The setup I'm having here now is pretty hands-on. So it's a mixture of analog and digital stuff. The analog rhythm is obviously analog. The 303 is analog. The SH-101A is a digital thing. The MC707 is a digital thing. Can I hear a difference between those machines? Yeah, maybe they're just cleaner and more straightforward, the digital stuff. But you can make it sound more analog. So yeah, it's not really a big difference anymore, and not a difference at all. It's just, what do you want to do? And I love to get the best of both worlds together, to be honest. Okay, let's jump on that like buttons. Hey, like buttons? No, not like. I don't care about the likes. I care about the subscribers. I just want to have 8,000 subscribers. Is that possible? What is your hardware polycent? I don't even have one. It's in storage. In which countries do you like to work the most? In the ones that I am. Seriously. I love to travel and I just love to be in all those countries. When we see a new CLR Records release, you know what I was just thinking about this yesterday? I need to find those old DAT tapes where I don't even have the parts of, for example, American Madness. American Madness was on my album, which was released in 2003, called Evolution, and it doesn't sound good. I do not recommend you to listen to it because it just sounds distorted, digitally distorted. It's what I told you. It's like I've used too much digital stuff in the 2002 year, and thought it was great, but I thought maybe the first new generation CLR release should be an updated version of American Madness, and I'll try to make that work. But I first have to finish my album, and then I'm doing some remixes in the meantime, and doing my streams and resetting this stuff. So again, this is not real like a build studio. This is just a it's just a place. That's the place where you can set up stuff, and that's exactly the point. You don't need a real studio. What the hell is a real studio? You need a place where you can set up your stuff. Improvise. It's an improvised studio. That was the word what I was looking for. My neighbors don't really hear much of my music because I'm using my headphones, and the rest of the neighbors are all really cool. And when I do my live streams from downstairs with my speakers, we have a WhatsApp group in the house, and if I get too loud, they just text me, hey, you dude, you're too loud, or they come down and dance, as you might have seen so far. Hallo und Grüße in die Schweiz zurück. Ich sollte mal die Hintergrundmusik ändern, die da im Hintergrund läuft. Okay, lass uns das doch mal machen. Bevor ich mir gleich noch ein weiteres Bier hole. Okay. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Let's do a beat with, I know I could change the arpeggio pattern, I'm just too lazy to do that right now. Ich kann da noch ein bisschen mehr Deutsch reden, wenn ihr wollt. Is it compatible to be a professional DJ and have a family? I'm the living proof of that. Well, let's say I'm the living proof of, is it compatible and be a happy father? Family is a little bit too much of a stretch. Wo kaufst du dein Bier in Frankfurt? Meistens bei Bierstil im Oederweg. Sensationelles Bier. Super gut. War leider nicht da heute und die haben um 22 Uhr zugemacht. Okay, soll ich mal, shall I do a beat with a 707 here? And just stop talking for a moment? Yes, that's what I think I'm supposed to do. Yeah, your studio is wherever you are, and whatever machines you're using. This is your studio. So what I'm doing here is just a test to see everything is working for Tuesday night. So if you're curious about like more in-depth stuff, you should tune in Tuesday night. And I'm gonna check the comments here, and I'm just doing a beat now, right? Ja, das Pale Ale von Braufaktum ist auch gut. Aber du solltest mal das bei Bierstil im Oederweg das California Pale Ale probieren und das Frankfurt Pale Ale. Super gut. The studio could be a sofa and a MacBook. Totally right. You don't really need anything more. Let's try a beat with a 707 here. Hold on. All right. Let's see what's happening if I hit start here. Oh, Jesus. So this is what I told you about, like my my issues with my MIDI. You hear that snare that comes from my 909 here? Let's use a different camera. Oh, hold on. How do you use this one here? Check. Hey. So this is obviously the microphone here. Oops, sorry. Is that okay? The microphone is now on my Trashcan 2012 Mac Pro, which still works for some reason. I mean, you have to consider all this is hanging on, I think, 3 wall sockets, plugs, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's turn that off. I don't need this. The kick drum is coming from the punch box. Shall I show you the punch box? Punch box first. What's going on with the phone here? Hallo Matthias, hörst du mich? Hallo, bist du immer noch dabei? Hallo. Okay, punch box. Let me show you the punch box. This is the D16 punch box. When I'm talking like this, can you guys actually hear me? Now, watch out. This is going to be freaky because this is going to be, whoa. You're going to see your own comments here now. See, this is what I'm seeing. Oh, that's cool. All right. Die Clipper-Sounds waren obergeil. Now we have a total echo thing going on here. I need to read your comments. Okay, if I talk like this, can you still hear me? That's all I need to know. Can you still hear me like this, or do I need to do something with a microphone? Is that okay that you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Can I get a yes from you? Yes? We have an echo going on. Do you guys see that? It's just going to keep going, keep going. Okay. It's all techno music. Chris. Dankeschön. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Since I know this now, I can go back to this. So we have the Punchbox going. Punchbox is a beautiful machine to do different kick drums. You can use samples. As you can see, I don't really like to use samples a lot. So, can you actually still hear me when this is running? Really? Seriously? You would say if you couldn't hear me? Would you? I just wait until you tell me now, because it's just this latency of my broadcast, you know, it's just like... Okay, thank you. Thumbs up, we continue. Bam, back. Okay, I rarely like to use samples for my kick drums. Of course, I could use my real 909. Let me get that microphone over here. Ah, damn it. I think I need to figure something else out with the microphone on. on Tuesday. I need to figure something out. But as long as you can still hear me, then it's fine. I just don't want to run the risk and talk and nobody hears me. The background noise is the fan of my computer, by the way. Okay, boom, 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 boom. You guys can hear me, so I can continue. All right, we have 909, we have an 808. Why am I not using my real 909? Because I'm using my real 909 for everything but the kick drum. Because I want to have a stable and fat kick drum, which the 909 obviously has, but it's not really that stable. It's still an analog thing, you know, and I think the D16 guys here did a really amazing job emulating the 808, the 909, and, which is a great thing, you have a sine wave generator that generates you a kick drum with so many nice things that you can do. Not only this, so basically you choose a kick here, whatever kick you want to do, like up here, you know, 808, 909, 606. And then you have the possibility to add clicks, tops, and tools on it. You have a bit crusher, you have distortion, and you have an equalizer, and you have a limiter, but I'm going to turn everything off here, and then we see what we're doing. All right. Who wants to use a 909 kick drum? Who wants to use a 909 kick drum? Let me check the comments. I can't hear you. No, come and stop it now, please. TR8 is also very good, yes. Hang the mic above me. You know, the funny thing is this is the microphone. Like that little thing. I need to find a way to make that somehow better. I don't know yet. I don't know how yet, but I'm trying. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, 909 or 606, what's going on? All right, obviously 909 won. Let's go back to this. 909. Is that a good 909? Let's find out. It's definitely too loud because it's clipping. All right, first rule in your DAW is, let me get that out of the way here. Let me get this where do you guys want to see me at? Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good spot. One thing for your DAW, I have a limiter in my master, but do not use it now in the beginning because you end up pushing everything so hard and you never know if it's in the red or not, and then everything sounds squished. Try to not use a limiter as long as you can. Like just leave it in there. It's turned off. It doesn't do anything. My signal is still green. Everything is fine. So I go back here. Level. We have the attack. You see what the attack is doing? Let's not have too much attack on here. We have the tune. Shall we tune it? We tune it later. Let's just, I think we just leave it like this for now. You know, just have a decent 909 going. And we're gonna switch over to some, no, that's great. No, this, we don't need this here right now, do we? No. 707. How can I explain that 707 to you? How can you see it better? See, this is why I'm doing a test stream, not only for the microphone so you guys can hear me, but also for the camera setup. Does that make sense? Sorry, you're really my test audience here, so I gotta ask you a lot of questions. By the way, heading back to this, the limiter that I'm mostly using is the FabFilter limiter. FabFilter. And I'm actually using the fat filter number 1. There's like, I think they're up to number 3. Is there? 3? Here's my, here you see my my plugins from FabFilter. Limiter 1, Limiter 2. Oh yeah, there's only 2, but I still like the 1 for some reason. The sound of the 1 is pretty good, but we're not using it anyways right now, so let's stick to this. Let's stick to this and get some sort of thing going here with the 707. Which camera? This camera? Or shall I get this camera over here? See, my space is limited. Right, maybe that's cool. Let's see. How does that look? 707. Can we get any closer? So, 707 is a complete studio in a box. It is a complete studio in a box. And I hope you can still hear me. Maybe my microphone. I have no idea how this is going to be going on Tuesday. The main thing is having fun with whatever you're doing, right? So, it has basically 8 tracks. Each track has the same functions, obviously, and it is literally a whole studio in a box. And I suggest you watch some tutorials just like I did, because those people explained this machine way better and quicker to you than I did. I just installed the new update today, which is the 1.6 update, which has a random tone generator now. So as you can see, these are random tones. How is this? So we can do random tones, but we don't really need to listen to a kick drum all the time. So I'm gonna mute the kick drum for now, and I can check if you can still hear me. Yeah, exactly. This is why we do the text. If you think there's loads of cables around me here, yes there are. Like, there's even more cables back there, and I'm actually pretty amazed that things are working, because it's such a cable mess. It's a cable mess. See, the computer that I'm streaming with. This is why I do a test. Camel Crusher. Maybe it's an idea to attach the camera to a desk stand, but isn't that a desk stand? Like this? Hold on. See? That's a desk stand, isn't it? I don't really need to have it like this. I mean, I have 3 different cameras. I got them from downstairs, basically, because I had to take everything from downstairs upstairs and do the streaming thing here. This is what the test is for. Maybe I'll do another test tomorrow night. Maybe I do this now every night. And I'll see what's happening. Okay. The thing is, you have to do everything yourself, as I do my DJ streams. With the DJ streams, it's actually a little bit more complicated, because I'm doing the lights, the projection behind me from the beamer, the fog. The fog is really, really important. The strobe, the streaming on various channels, checking that, and DJing next to it. So, all right, back to the music. Wieso Schiss bei Steckerleisten? Hauptsache wir hören dich. Ihr hört mich noch? Das ist super. I need a Schwanenhals microphone. Okay. Anyways, back to... Oh, I don't need to do this. Okay. So, this now has, like, it has tone tracks, drum tracks that you can choose. Like each track here, you can choose what you want to have on there. For example, if this is a drum track with just a, I believe, a 909. Is it? It's not very loud. We need to make this louder. We make this louder right here. I don't think that's a 909. Maybe it's a processed 909. I want to get it even louder. Okay, here. All right. Cool. Let's just start with the. Let's just do a beat. We have a kick drum running, so I use the kick drum from here. Why don't I use this kick drum? Okay. So basically, what you do is you choose this. You can either put this here. Why wasn't this running? Sometimes that freaks out. Okay, then you have, for example, a tone track, which is a tone track on here. You see that's a tone track because it has this, kind of a keyboard layout. Whoa. And this is like all random stuff. And that's so cool that you can just hit a button and it just randomizes all your settings. Until we find something. Some cutoff up here. I don't like to have that other thing, so no, it's a cutoff. That's kind of like atmosphere, whatever that is. Let's find something else. Now I selected a new channel. I'll just go in here and I select another drum track on there. Let's load some drums on here. Is this still the camera? No, wrong camera. What camera? This is the camera, right? See, I'm still learning this. So let's find some other drums. Somehow, what's going on? It wouldn't let me preview. I want to. Oh, it previews. Percussions. I'm just going through whatever I find here right now. I'm just doing random stuff. You just need to do stuff. Otherwise you don't learn, right? Okay, let's do another tone track. What's going on now? Maybe the update is not really bug-free. Let's do another tone track and we'll find something that is a bit more not nice, something nasty. A tone track. All right, sound. And we could go into the presets. Let's just check out the presets a little bit, what we can find. You might wonder why I make music. Okay. Oh, arpeggiator we have with an. Okay, let's just do some random stuff. We need, for what I'm doing now, I need an extra, first I need to load this. But in order to play that just like I played it, I need to have a different measure. Come on, what's going on? Right, like this. Okay, I need more measures. That's... No, not like this. Okay, more measures. We need the step lengths of 64. Let's go for 64. Maybe I should do that again. My finger drumming skills are not that great, maybe non-existent. Let's wait until we have a new cycle. I lost it. I'm sure you could do this much better. Now I can record the motion. We can fix this in the mix later. Or whenever. Okay, how about another drum track? And get some other drums going right here. Bam. We get some. Oh. What? I wanted a drum track. Hold on. I messed this up. Yes, I want to delete that. What did he? What? Oh, everything was selected, so I deleted everything by accident. All right, let's start again. See, do I get frustrated if things don't work? No, I don't, because it wasn't that great anyways. So what do we? Why was everything deleted now? Because I had everything highlighted, and obviously, if you have everything highlighted, you cannot see that little screen here. Then you delete everything. I learned a new thing. Amazing. Great. No, that doesn't work. That does not work. Let's clear that too. All right, obviously I still need to learn a little bit about this 707. So let's go back to this. Let's use the G node. Are you still with me actually? I need to check your comments here. What's going on? Did you read the manual? No, I didn't read the manual. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's testing. No, I didn't want to record that. See, what I'm trying to find is just like a simple atmosphere that gives you some sort of like little... that gives you a little like idea of where to take things. So... there we go. So what was here? What was this? You can configure these three endless. No, it's not endless. These are endless. These PODIs up here you can configure to whatever you want to do. Like for example, this is a reverb, as you can hear. This is the decay, and here we have a cutoff. Sometimes it catches it better, sometimes not. Alright, so we have a basic groove going here. Let's see what else we can do here. How about we record some of these? My finger drumming is non-existent. What am I doing here? Okay, I don't need 2 measures of this, so I'll go back and do the step length to 16. I delete this. I need this. Okay, now I get it. Our timing is off. That's going on here. Because I have the kick drum running from the computer, and this is MIDI. It goes via MIDI. And obviously, as you can hear, it's completely off. This is why I'm doing a test. Whoa. Why is it so off? Let's check. Let's check. let's check that. This shouldn't be so heavily off. Even my mouse is going mental. Okay, that's better, is it? Let's do a longer loop. I think the loop is... Well, the thing is, it's an old computer, you know? So, obviously, the MIDI is not the most stable thing. The computer has to do a lot of work for this. Okay, we leave it like this. How about we you don't see me anymore. Okay. How about we do a little 303 pattern? Yeah, let's move over to the 303. Let's see how the 303 is. Let's do a new pattern. Or not? Interesting, I don't even need to do a new pattern. It's a Devilfish 303, so I got additionally like 8 banks where I can save patterns, which I usually do. Like I program something on a new bank, so I'm too lazy to program something new. And we just end up having some patterns. And after a while we find out Ableton, it's not Ableton Link. I'm doing everything with MIDI. There's no linking involved here. I think I need a new beer soon. So sometimes you're sitting there and you listen to something and it sounds annoying. What sounds annoying? First you think it sounds great, but then you start to think it sounds annoying. I think that 303 line we need a different one. So let's program something. Doom 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 doom. Okay. 303. How to program a 303. First of all, you clear that pattern. Pattern is cleared. If I hit play, there should be nothing coming. Besides what's running from the 707 so far. Which essentially, sorry, I just had a beer. Which essentially is just a groove. You can change that groove. But it sounds okay. It gives you some sort of atmosphere, and that's all you need. You need to start out with an atmosphere. Usually you try to stay away from starting out with a kick drum anyways. I'm not sure why I did that. You should always start completely different with whatever you do. Just play around with shit. Essentially, I still don't understand why my MC707 is so off. I thought I perfectly synchronized it. Okay, let's find out. We have a kick drum here. We'll just put the kick drum here and I'll see if this kick drum is on top of this kick drum. Yeah, That's how that's usually how I synchronize stuff. Let's completely get it out. Oh. That sounds pretty good. But to make sure, you have to start new. Yeah, that's better. Simple beat. Okay, where were we? We were at the 303. So you can only program a 303 when it's stopped, or you take the sync out. But because my SH01A is on my MIDI cable, I'm not going to take it out. So this is how you do it. It's a really old machine, and it's designed for something completely different. So it's a weird way to program it. But as you can see, we need to okay, what hold on, let's clear that first. Fast pattern here. What is our tune here anyways? Yeah, that works. Okay, let's start again. So I clear the pattern, go into pitch mode, and then you just, let's say we do 8 steps. Let's do something really simple, right? Okay, I have this, now I set 8 steps. 8 steps. Let's give an accent to each one. Well, I just need accents on all of those tone notes. And we'll just go for 8 steps. Did we go for 8 steps already? 7, 8. Okay, that should be working. And then we put the time signature in. You need to do that too. So it's kind of like guesswork, a little bit guesswork with the 303. If I did a note for each step, I would just go for this. And if we start it like this, it sounds like this. It's not too bad. Actually, it's not too bad. If we wanted to do something different with the 303, a different time mode, you could, for example, go in and say like the first 2 go, and then I leave a gap, and then I have another one, and then I do a triplet, and then I do 2 more, and then I have a gap again, and then I do so. And once you do 8 steps, it automatically stops, and then it's kind of like you don't really know, you kind of know what you come up with, but let's be surprised. Okay. That's almost happy, is it? I need to hear your comments again. Yeah, the mic is on top of my 909. It's my mic stand. My 909 is my mic stand. Oh. What, it's not loud enough what you're hearing? We can make this louder, don't worry. Okay, we have some acid. Okay. How about some 909 stuff? Huh? Where are we here? We still have the snare. Oh, totally off. Damn it. Okay. I seriously need to do this all the time. Okay, we go back here. As you can hear, the thing is, I'm changing the milliseconds on the MIDI compensation for one channel, and it kind of has an effect. It shouldn't have, but it kind of has an effect on the other channel. I think it's because I have such a cheap MIDI interface back there, because I had to get a cheap MIDI interface. So let's hope to get the 909 synchronized without getting the 707 unsynchronized again, right? Let's put this on top of each other. So we are you can see I move around with the milliseconds, maybe now it's 60 milliseconds. Earlier today I was at 80 milliseconds negative because it runs behind, so I have no idea what's going on. That sounds okay-ish. Oh god, is the 303 off now? As I told you, I just set this up today. I have no clue what's going on MIDI-wise here. Oh god. It's literally the 909. Everything else is fine. Okay, you want to turn it up out there? I can turn it up. Is that better? This is why I'm doing a test run here. I need to look at all the levels and I don't want to be distorted. Am I distorted now out there with the music? I turn the mic off now and you only hear music. Yeah, I know I could trigger the 909 with a 707 output, but I have a dedicated output from, you know, it's actually better because my MIDI interface has 4 different MIDI outs. And I'm using a dedicated MIDI out for the 909. And if I change the milliseconds on the MIDI out for the 909, which is the MIDI out 1, it has 4 MIDI outs, it should normally not affect the other MIDI outs. The 707 gets synchronized via USB, so I don't need a MIDI interface for that. If I was to connect, if I was to trigger the 909 with the MIDI out from the MC707, then it would be an additional step in between. You know what I mean? Unless the USB MIDI from the 707 is better than my MIDI interface, which could be the case. Who knows? You could be right. Anyways, we'll try it again. We'll try to fix it. We'll try to fix it because it was working before. It needs to be working again. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Here. If you can read this, this is MIDI out 1. Huh. Problem is, you know, you have to get out of the preferences, restart, and then find out if it's working. Okay. That sounds better. Okay, let's get some hi-hats going. More hi-hats. 909 hi-hats. Closed. My microphone is in the way. The microphone on this little lamp here. No. Well, put it up here. Is it put up there? Yeah. You can still hear me? I see that stream on Tuesday will be a little bit funky. Already have an open hi-hat going for whatever reason, but I don't want that, so we clear that open hi-hat. And we do closed hi-hat. Let's get a rim shot going. What I did here is, hold on, where are we? Here. I really need to get those synchronizing things fixed till Tuesday. That is rather annoying a little bit. But the microphone up there is actually quite good, is it? Now I have a camera in my way. Alright, question, shall I get it? First of all, I'm going to check your comments. Still hearing the voice and the audio clear. That is a good thing. So this test is working. Okay, Chris, almost no latency if you sync rhythm via USB to Ableton. Oh, you mean the analog rhythm? And trigger the 909 with the electron rhythm. I could do that. I can try that. That's a good idea because the electron stuff is so really stable with MIDI. Maybe better than my stupid little MIDI interface. But the weird thing, it was working today. When I set it up first, everything was synchronized. Now I'm online and nothing is synchronized again. All right. Anyways. Yeah, I can put the MC707 in through mode and a clip-on microphone wireless. A wireless clip-on microphone. So you think a microphone that I put here. You can still hear me though, right? Loud and clear? I mean, I have the window open, so you hear some street noise. Do we have some street noise? Hello? The hi-hats are a little bit too loud. Maybe they are. Maybe. Okay, let's go back. I am totally in love with all those plugins that come from the Plugin Alliance right here. If you look at the left side, this is all Plugin Alliance. Yeah, and we get into mixing stuff and mixing and stuff like this on Tuesday. This is a test for just having things run and work. But I can already tell you, like, I usually do one of those channel strips, and I really like that the Focusrite console from Brainworks, which is part of the Plugin Alliance plugins. I put it on every channel, and therefore I have an extra control of gain. I can put a little compression in. It actually sounds nice, and I have the luxury that I have dedicated inputs on most of the individual outputs of the 909. That means I have a snare, a clap, a hi-hat, the ride, the low, the mid-tom, the high-tom, and the rim shot from the 909, which you can see in the back here. All these jack cables go into an extra sound card that I have lying under the 909, which is super luxury. I know it's another Antelope Audio, which I'm usually using for DJing, but I'm not DJing that much these days, so I use it for my 909. So it's probably the most expensive 909 setup ever. So I can make each sound, I can treat each sound individually, and don't worry about the sync, even if it's off sync, what I would get into later, once I have a groove going and everything, I probably hold on. We're back here. I'm in arrangement view, obviously, as you can all see in Ableton Live, because we have arrangement view and this view. I usually tend to work more in the arrangement view because I just essentially like do a long loop, like 5, 6, maybe even 7 minutes. It's not even the loop. And then once I have stuff running, I'll just let it run, and then I do hands-on movements, automation, and I record it into audio right away. And if something is out of sync, I can move it later. You just have to get your head around that sometimes a hi-hat is out of sync, but once you have it in sync, it sounds really, really, really fab. And on each channel, you can use any channel strip, really. I just like that Focusrite channel strip because it's so colorful. So where was I? What did I want to do? How long have I been doing this already, this test? Are you still with me? Why are you still watching? I am still wondering, why are you still watching? What type interface are you using? Hold on. What type of interface am I using? That is a good question, because I'm using like loads of different interfaces here. I'm using an RME for broadcasting, which is down below there. My main interface is a Universal Audio Apollo, the Quad, which I have since a long time, and I have the Universal Audio plugins. So, they run on its own CPU, so it's not like if I use the UAD plugins, I'm not abusing the CPU of my computer too much. And because I have the Orion, which is actually the better sound card than the UAD, but the UAD has the plugins in there, so that's why I'm using the UAD. And I use the Antelope Audio just for like, I feed some stuff in there, and I have the Antelope Audio connected with ADAT too. So the Antelope Audio is essentially working as an AD converter for the 909, which is pretty insane actually, but maybe you hear it. and then I go via ADAT into my Universal Audio, and this is why I have it there. Maybe that is part of the reason everything is not in sync, because I just like connect it like this. I don't know. Massive. Massive is a good plugin. I haven't used Massive in like years. The streaming, yeah, the streaming doesn't cause the, because this is why I'm doing like with this laptop. This is the streaming laptop. The streaming laptop has nothing to do with the rest what's going on. That's the same idea that I'm doing. You know, I had to learn all of this beginning of this pandemic. And I want to, I usually try to keep things separated. So the streaming laptop is a thing on its own. And the music laptop is not a laptop, it's a desktop from 2012. Did I mention that already? Which couldn't handle streaming and whatever you want to call this, what I'm doing here. I wouldn't want to call it music producing, but you know, it couldn't handle everything. So no, the UAD and the Antelope is not one aggregated device. I tried that, but my computer wasn't able to handle it, because if you aggregate devices in Mac OS, which you can do, you can create virtual devices by adding real devices. But if I did that, the CPU usage was just way too heavy, so I didn't aggregate them. I just feed the output of the Antelope Audio via ADAT into the UAD, and then I designed certain, I dedicated certain channels, ADAT channels, into the input of of the UAD. So it's not aggregated, it just feeds into it, right? Maybe you can look for another beer. Yeah, I don't have a Californian Pale Ale, but I definitely get another beer. And while I get another beer, I'll let you listen to this wonderful piece of music that we've done so far. See, I didn't do a thing since I stopped it last time, and it's out of sync again. This is why we're doing a test run. Anyways, if it's out of sync or not, I let it run until I'm back with my beer. What? Why? What? You hear that? Why is it doing this? It should not be doing this. It should be stable. It was stable the whole day. Well, not the whole day, most of the day. All right, maybe it's me, I don't know. Let's go to 80. We're back at the number where we were before, sort of. 82, 89. Sounds even better. But you know, that's the beauty of sorry. I mean, it's not beautiful right now because I don't know why it's doing this. 89 milliseconds, negative. Let's try that. Let's try this. All right. This is really annoying. But what did I tell you in the beginning? I'm not getting frustrated of things not working. Why is it doing what it is doing? What can I do different? Let me think. Okay, let's try something. Before I get my beer, I get another MIDI cable. Let's see if the Let's see if the electron output, MIDI out, is I don't have any control over that. We'll just try it. We'll just try it. Let's see where the MIDI goes here. Let's see MIDI configuration. Yes, MIDI sync. Clock send. We'll send the clock. Yes. So okay, we sent that clock. MIDI port configuration. MIDI destination, internal and external. Why is it sent? Okay. Okay, let's just find out. I'll get a beer and a MIDI cable. What do I get first? A MIDI cable. This MIDI cable is not long enough. Okay. We'll just use this MIDI cable then. MIDI out. Maybe instead of a production show, I should do a comedy show or something. Okay, that's not long enough either, but wait a minute. Why am I using the MIDI out of the 909 for the Eventide? Hold on. I could do the Eventide from here. Okay, we'll trigger the 909 now. With the electron. Let's see if that works. You still with me? Yeah, all open apps. You know, you could be right. PA Tuseth? Sorry if I abuse your name. Yeah, Ableton this usually is pretty stable, but you know, the only thing, you could be right, because the only thing I'm doing different now is I have on my computer, I have Firefox open, obviously. Yeah, with Kenny. Yeah, I should make a comedy show with Kenny Larkin, right? MIDI signal fluss with Chris. Okay, let's see if that works. Let's see. Oh, obviously. What am I doing here? I need to open live. You know what? I'll get another beer first. Nope, it doesn't send a signal. Why doesn't it send a signal? MIDI port, MIDI destination, mute. What is going on? MIDI out A. Let's put send. Yes. Okay. Huh. Working? Is it working? Do I hear anything? What is it doing? Oh my god. Oh, that's not much better, right? You know, that's the only reason I have a snare on the kick, because I need to see if it's synced. Okay, obviously this is not synced, so okay, let's don't worry about the syncing of the analog rhythm because I'm not using it anyways. We'll just try to get it synced like this now. So I need to sync the analog rhythm. And the analog rhythm gets its MIDI from MIDI 4. See, that doesn't really make much difference. It's just same stupid thing. Ooh. That sounds pretty stable, does it? I mean, you know, these little fluctuations going on, I actually kind of like them. But I think that sounds... I'm gonna get a beer. One more beer and then we might continue a little bit with this test stream Okay, I went to get my beer. Is it still in sync? Let's hear. Rhyme. Oh God. You guys actually still... Thanks guys for watching this. Thanks for being online and helping me here. I'm not sure why you do this, but it's, yeah. Noch ein Bier, dann läuft's bei dir. Okay, you also have the DL compensation on the bottom of each track to split different times on this MIDI signal. You are right. I do have that delay on each track. But you know, if I start with this, then it's getting way too complicated. Just close the Firefox. You're right. I'm just gonna close the Firefox for a second. Prost. Okay, I'm gonna close this Firefox here. Maybe I should close Spotify too. You wanna hear some Spotify music? Some cool drums. Anybody can tell me what track that is? You have 1 minute to tell me what track that just was. Tell me. I'm gonna look at my iPad so I can read your comments. Because my iPad is probably not gonna mess with the MIDI, right? Okay, here we go. What track was that? What track was this? You still with me? Put on again? Really? Okay, one more time. You tell me what track that is. Everybody should know that before the synth comes in. No, it's not Final Countdown. Come on. Genesis! You're very close, but it's not. It's not Depeche Mode. You're close with Genesis. You heard the drums. Nope, it's not Genesis. It's by the drummer of Genesis. No, it's not Genesis. Phil Collins, right, but what track? What's the track name? Maybe that's a more fun show than a producing show, to just do a little... Ah, he was such a good drummer, wasn't he? What a drum sound, what a synth coming in. So good. I don't care anymore. Thank you, Simone Cherry. I don't know what you want, but you found it. Anyways, I got distracted. I wanted to close Spotify, right? And then find out if my syncing goes better. All right, let's find out. Let's see. I've closed everything that I can close. It's not in the air tonight. It's I Don't Care Anymore. I Don't Care Anymore was on his album Hello, I Must Be Going. Blue cover. I think. I don't know right now. Okay, let's find out if it's like a complete mess with the sync now again. Seems to be having, but then again the Electron gets triggered by the same MIDI interface, so that's not really a solution. Let's try something else. We'll try something else. Where's this coming from? We don't do this. We trigger it from the 707. Ooh, what's that? I didn't even put the cable in it. It works. You know who invented MIDI? It's the genius called Dave Smith, who also... Maybe I should tell you that. Dave Smith is one of the biggest geniuses in the music, and probably without him we wouldn't have techno as we know it today. A little history lesson for you guys. Dave Smith is the founder of Sequential, and he's still doing just such amazing synthesizers, the Prophet synthesizers, the Sequential synthesizers. And you know who used the Prophet synthesizers in a huge way in the very beginning, in the late 70s, beginning of the 80s, which kind of like got me into electronic music? John Carpenter, the filmmaker John Carpenter, used the Prophet 5 in most of his movies. If you watch the movie like The Fog or The Thing, it's like these big synths going on. And that's the synths created by Dave Smith. And Dave Smith also invented MIDI. Maybe I should give him a call. I actually know him. So maybe I should give him a call. All right, let's plug in the MIDI cable into the Groovebox. Without even having anything running. Why is it running without having anything running? Oh. See, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I have really literally no clue. I'm actually looking at the microphone as if it was a camera. Right, let me see some of your comments again. Yeah, it could be my 909. You know, it's an old machine. It's kind of off here and there, but I really like it. I love it. It's been used for so long, but I mean, up till right now it was working, so I'm not sure why it's not working anymore, but maybe it was the problem with having Firefox running. Maybe I should even turn off my Wi-Fi on this computer. I don't need Wi-Fi on this computer. I have an iPad. Dave Smith, right. Showcase my stuff. This is what I'm doing here. I'm just trying. I'm trying. More beer will help. Cheers. You know, I also have a vaporizer here. Maybe that helps too. Maybe we get into really deep philosophical music stuff if I use my vaporizer now. What sounds better now? Do you have a free USB port to plug Room directly in? Could you clarify, Rustic? Could you clarify what you're saying there? Okay, I'm letting it run one more time. No, that's not the solution either. Okay, forget about that. Whoop. Okay. Let's go back to where we were. Let's go back to how it once worked. And I'll try to make it work again. Wow, this is completely off now. How can it be so off? Yeah, the old beautiful 909 can't follow these young machines here. Maybe it's because I surrounded it with all these young Roland machines. That's the thing. Could be. Huh. Plug rhythm directly into Mac USB. Yeah, you know, the Electron analog rhythm USB, I didn't plug it in because my super old 2012 trash can Mac Pro here has only four USB slots. So you cannot plug it into a hub because it's never going to work. So I can't plug the MIDI interface into a hub. It doesn't work. I can't plug my beautiful Antelope Audio Edge Go USB microphone into the hub because it doesn't work. So I need to plug it into the computer directly. But in the computer directly right now is, when I have a look, stuff plugged in. Like the MIDI interface, the screen, because on my screen is my mouse and I need that too. What else is on the screen? Oh yeah, I have another hub on the screen which has the iLocks and everything. So it needs to be there. I already unplugged a USB hard drive, which I'm not using right now, so I don't need that. And there's another, oh yeah, of course, it's the hub. The hub needs to have a socket as well, a USB socket, right? What kind of hub am I using? I got a brand new hub actually, because the old one wasn't really working anymore, and it's a Mako hub. It's that thing here. Can you see it? You can't. It's like this 7 hub thing. Anyways, yeah, USB is terrible. Yeah, you know, the syncing the 909 via the analog rhythm is maybe a good idea, but I need to sync the analog rhythm as well from somewhere. Maybe I'll connect it with USB somehow. You know, that's the issue. I have not enough USB plugs, direct ones at least, and not enough MIDI things going on. So I need to kind of like get a balance. This is why all the cables. And the funny thing is, it wasn't working before. It was. So let's get this 909 synced again. One more time. One more time. Okay. this is totally off. And it's funny, I always end up around an 80 something. Like 88. Sounds okay? I restart it and it's just doesn't okay anymore. Oh. Wow, doesn't do anything. What is going on? Okay, that was obviously wrong. Huh. I've connected and reconnected everything so much now that I'm not sure what I've connected now to my MIDI interface. Anyways. That does something, doesn't it? Yeah, some drift. Some drift is always good. But we're not here for fun, we're here to test stuff, right? So let's test the sync of the 101, or the, what is it called? SH01A. That's what I'm talking about. Do you hear that? That sounds John Carpenter-ish. Already that sound is so good, isn't it? Should record that. Get a little bit. Hold on. Get a little bit distortion or drive going on the mixer. Isn't that already a great sound? Like, this is atmosphere, right? I know, and I don't only need a new MacBook, I need a new Mac for my studio. This thing is from 2012. I'm amazed this is doing all the stuff that it's doing, actually. And it's doing it better now, because it used to crash all the time. And somehow I disconnected everything and reconnected everything, and I put actually Mac OS 15 on there, which is Catalina, I believe. Is it Catalina now? And it doesn't really crash that much anymore. Catalina, right. 10.15.7. Who's still with me here? I'm geiler sound, oder? That's just that's this thing. Now, I'm not sure why it's doing what it's doing. And these are the happy accidents. And if I turn up the aux of the Machine 1, what you hear here is the black hole effect of the Eventide H8000, which I'll show you here. Here, send and return. Bam. I send it into my H8000 analog. That's so much better than everything that was running so far. Let's just add a kick drum. Where's my kick drum? Oh, I that's interesting. I don't even have anything running. Wow. So maybe that is John Carpenter just kind of like visiting from another dimension. Because I wanted to explain early on when I talked about John Carpenter and the sounds he used in his horror movies, like The Thing and Fog, and Halloween, you know, all these movies. It was this kind of sound. Isn't it amazing what just a simple, what is it, sawtooth wave can do with the right effect? Anyways, if I start this now, it should be not a sustaining sound. It should be a arpeggiator, but in sync. Let's see if it's in sync. Not 100%, I would say. Yeah, true. 10x, you're right. It's great. I don't know why it's doing this when I hit stop, but I love it. I just can't record it because when I hit start, it's not doing this anymore. So we just have to enjoy it as it is right now. But you're right. Drop all the music in a horror movie, and there's no horror movie anymore. It's simply about the music, right? Leg da mal Send and Return drüber. That's a good sound, isn't it? Cheers. And we haven't even touched these things yet. But I leave that for Tuesday. No, we can't record the ghost. The ghost is gone as soon as I hit play. But it's so out of sync. Let's get it in sync. See, this is why I call this a test stream. What the hell is going on here? What's happening on Tuesday? Well, on Tuesday, I'm supposed to do a Beatport Twitch production stream for 3 hours. And if that turns out the way, like right now, I think I'll make a fool out of myself. I'm just doing this online because I don't really care, to be honest. And I love that you guys can help me here, right? Okay, Amia, what are you saying? Amia, du hast doch den Tascam, damit kannst du den Sound aufnehmen. I know I have 2 Tascams here. That's true. But, you know, I can create that sound somehow. Don't worry about that. It's not an issue. My issue right now is the syncing that I don't seem to be capable of getting going. And I don't know why, because it was working before. I wouldn't have done this test stream if it wasn't working before. I didn't want to sit here and be like that idiot that I am right now, publicly, for all of you to see. All right. What to do if you don't have enough USB and your MIDI interface wants to do whatever it wants to do. And additionally, everything was working before. Okay, let's do one at a time. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's see what this is. Nothing? Really? Okay. You know what I've learned in the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years in this business? Most of the time, if you don't hear a sound, people like running around, what's going on? I don't hear a sound. And usually it's just somebody hit the mute button or something is not turned up. But I've seen people unplug in cables for an hour until they found out they didn't put the fader up. I'm talking about myself here. I think that's kind of fine, right? Yeah. Of course, Ableton is giving you a metronome, so to speak. But it's the same as if I run a bass drum. So it's in German we would say gehoppt wie gedoppt. So I use the kick drum as my metronome, right? Maybe I should sample putting my beer glass on the table. I don't have any other apps open on my computer anymore. I don't think I'm gonna finish that track. It's not really a track, really. It's just stupid stuff running. So, don't you love those hi-hats from the 909? Huh, beautiful. And do we have a ride? Do we have a ride going? Okay, let's get a ride going. Watch out, get a ride going. Huh. All right. There's a ride. That's too loud. You're right, the hi-hat is too loud and the ride is too low. So, here's the thing with the ride of my 909. It just does whatever it wants to do. Hear that? This is the tune-up. Like, that's the beauty of analog machines. You would never get that sound from a digital, because right here, it's somehow broken, right around here. Hear that? But I don't really mind that. I like it. So, if we put even some gate in, not a good idea. But a little bit of compression is a good idea. It's alive. That's true. This whole thing is alive. That's what needs to be. All right, we got this going. What about our 303 here? Doesn't work, right? Actually, when like this next question for me, I leave this running for now, but I just want to know. Can you still hear me when I talk now? Can you still hear me talking now? Can you tell me? Snares are missing. We can put some additional snares in here. Okay, what else do we have here? We haven't. You can hear me. So you can still hear me talking on top of all that's going on here. Right? Well, that's a good thing. Is the sound distorted that you're hearing? Everything is in sync. What's going on? Why is it in sync now? Perfect. Thank you for letting me know. I clipping? Okay, I'm clipping. I'm gonna turn this a little bit down here. I shouldn't be clipping. Maybe it's just the music that's clipping. Oh. Vocal in there since I don't have a microphone. But I'm too loud now. I see I'm too loud. Hold on. drum now? Hold on. That's not enough stuff. We need a bigger kick drum, right? Okay. Thing is, I mean, this is a test run, so we can do whatever we want to do. Like, that's something you really want to avoid normally. You have a limiter on your master, which you shouldn't have at that point of your production at all, because if I take the limiter out, everything is red, as you can see, and everything is way too loud, and you just keep pushing stuff because it's louder and it's fun, because it's fun right now, so we just keep pushing it. But that's the only thing that you have to watch. Just don't push it too much, because at some point, even if it's like fun, at some point eventually you have to take it back. And the moment you take that back, why do I have the kick drum running? The moment you take it back, you kind of like feel like the loss of energy, and then you maybe find out that you were fooled by all the pushing, and you'll find out the pushing is not really sounding that great too. Once then, that's why you should stay away from, in that stage, from a limiter in your mastering, because you always should keep the level green. I didn't do this now, so do not take me as an example. See, it's all red with a kick drum. We don't want to have that, actually. We don't want to have that. So if I have everything running, I swear I didn't do anything. Why is it out of sync now? Oh, the ghost is back. Hey. Very low, but it's there. One day I'll record you. Why was it out of sync? Let's try again. Okay, thing is, everything you're hearing now is essentially coming from there. Nothing out of the computer. Like, the only thing that comes out of the computer is literally only the bass drum. So apparently this is all synced, but sometimes it's not synced to the computer anymore. Let's find out. See, that's why I let it run without a kick drum, because I wanted to see how loud we are. We're already here in the red, so this is not good. What I could do to change that is I'll just take everything down. Because I take everything down, you just have to turn it up at home. The thing is, I don't want to go into my limiter. And that's why I do this test stream. Again, this is a test stream. Not that coming Tuesday on Beatport Twitch will be any different, but maybe a little more solid in the sync. Anyways, because it's a test stream, I need to find out what the level is that I'm sending you the signal into the internet. Because that signal is coming out of the monitor, out of my sound card, main sound card. And I can turn that up and down here with my left hand, which is great. I just don't know what happens if I get too loud and if you don't hear me at home. Isn't it like that I sometimes get comments during my DJ streams like, turn it up please? I don't really understand that. Isn't that you that can turn it up at home? Like, you just turn it up? Please tell me if I'm mistaking or if I'm seeing something wrong on that. Is it... So I could basically go on a safe volume, that's what I'm saying, and you can just turn it up at home? Or is it that you're listening to it on an iPhone and the iPhone is just like, that's the maximum volume? Because that could be the only thing, right? I have a lot of questions here. Please answer them. No one is answering me anymore. That's great. Oh, thank you. Wesley, I agree with you. You can turn it up on an iPhone. So the iPhone is a problem. If you listen to it on like let's say your regular iPhone AirPods, it has that maximum volume output, right? Yeah, I get that. So I try to get as loud as I can with my output, but without distorting. And without getting into the red on my DAW. DAW. Am I the only one who always thinks that DAW is a really stupid expression? Okay, let's keep it like this. I'm just reading your comments here right now, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did turn down my volume. Now I turned it back up. Because I don't want to go into the limiter. So I could turn it up for you again, but I'm not sure how loud is too loud then, right? Okay, we definitely need to work on that kick drum here. That is a really weak kick drum, right? I'm not sure what's wrong with this kick drum. Let's get that off. Now we need to stick to the pitch. We just need a fatter kick drum. I could really play around with all these things now, but I'm really too lazy to do this now. So let's do something different. I'll show you another plugin. Let me show you one of my current two of my current favorite plugins for kick drums. Which first we have this one, the Beta Maker. Whoa! Maybe we do need to work on the pitch. Oh, we still have this in there too. Hold on. Tao, you're right. Oh, the mic volume level. But even if something is running, like right now, you can still hear me? Yeah? I think I need to do this again tomorrow night. Shall I? Full on the whole time here. But whoa, we're so out of sync again. I don't want to use the delay compensation. What is going on here? What? Even the ghost is gone. Yeah. What is what called? Okay, like we're completely out of sync again after I opened this plugin. Okay, let's see. Do not tell me that this plugin caused the out of sync here. What? Can anyone explain that to me? Why we're completely out of sync again? Just opening one plugin. But I told you in the beginning, I'm not getting frustrated if things don't work. This is not good. Huh? This has got nothing to do with the media, I just think. Like, did you just notice this, that it started and stopped without me doing anything to it? The ghost? Is it still here? Oh! Ghost is still there. No, I've used that plugin before, but that's the ghost in my room, yeah. No. That is my computer freaking out. I'm not sure why. A general question I have. I mean, obviously this is a test run. It's still fun. Thank you all for watching and being here. But I could ask you that question of what would you expect of a production live stream? Not hypothetical speaking. Actually, what do you expect of the production stream on Beatport Twitch on Tuesday? What do you want to see happening? Like this? Like what I'm doing right now? Just the same thing? Because I have no idea what I should be doing actually. Mixing stuff, showing you how synthesizers function, doing weird routings with effect machines. All of the above. Let me know, please. Well, the activity on my Mac, that's a good idea. Let's check. I have only 12 gigabytes of memory. Let's free up some. So that could be good. I have no internet going on. I'm freeing up my memory. The CPU load is not all that bad, actually, considering that I mentioned it's a trash can from 2012. They call it trash can because it looks like one. Okay, let's just try it again. Let's see what happens. Happening. What's the 909 doing? Okay. Here's what I do. I'm gonna just save this because I have whatever that is and quit it and restart it. That's usually something that works. Hopefully. So it's a good time to read your comments. You need the latency reduction on the delay compensation on, I think. Well, I do that. I do. I that's why I had it synced one time. But then it's unsynced again. So I didn't see Mo's stream yesterday, no. Mo is definitely way better producer. Like, he knows his stuff. I don't, obviously. And by the way, this is something I have to get used to on my computer. See this running ball there? Like, that's what it does. I've learned over the past month working on this computer to become really, really patient. But as you can see, there's something going wrong here. It's not my MIDI interface, and it's just the computer. Maybe I have to restart it. There's something going wrong here. It's not my interface, and it's just the computer. Maybe I have to restart it. Ah. If I take my headphones off, I can actually hear myself, and I can hear myself on the iPad. So I don't really need to ask you all the time if you can hear me. I could check myself. It's just the computer. Maybe I have to restart it. Ah. If I take my headphones off, I can actually hear myself. Okay, I turned on the sound of the iPad because then you hear me. I can't believe this. It took so long to open live. What? That's a new. There must be a ghost in the room. Thing is that Mac Pro that actually runs this here is not doing that much, really. It just runs a kick drum in the end. Why is it so slow? Why is it so laggy? Okay, let's try it one more time, and if it doesn't work, I guess I have to get another beer and restart the whole computer. The thing is that this is a different system to the broadcasting, the streaming thing. I did this on purpose so I wouldn't run into this problem. All right, let's see what the synth ghost has to say. Nothing good. I don't want to change the whole MIDI thing now again, because I've actually got the right MIDI milliseconds. I know I have, because I always end up, like, for example, with the 909 by minus 87 in my setup, minus 87 milliseconds. And I'm there right now, and if I remember which MIDI thing it was, too. Oh, maybe that's the issue, because I'm at 70. Oh God. Now it's 50. That can't be right. Sorry guys, it is a test stream. Okay, I'm still reading your comments. Where you explain how to make a nice kick drum whilst showing the ingredients and how to put the volumes of the different sounds, like a mixing thing in the end. Well, that's what I usually only do. Like, that's my thing. Actually, mixing is my thing. Like, forming and molding the bass drum. Once you have everything together, you know, it's like, that's the fun stuff. Obviously, that's fun. But I have my limitations, let's say, in that field. I still know I have that. So I stick to mostly grooves and stuff. because anything melodic that I'm usually playing when it comes to techno, I find annoying after a while, and then I kind of like turn it down, and I always end up with kick drum and the bass line. Like if techno was only kick drums and bass lines, I could release a track every day. But I easily get annoyed by stuff that is happening. That's why I'm kind of limited in what I'm doing always. I find it really much easier with remixes, for example, because with remixes I get certain sounds that I can choose, I can use, and the rest I don't, and then I just build my beat around it and everything. Yeah, I don't know. So mixing, when it comes to that, like mixing a kick drum and everything, I can show you that on Tuesday, because this is inside the box then too, and we don't have all that sync issues, media issues. But obviously I want to get to that point, you know, I want to get to the point to record something that you can then mix. That would be my idea. So you do work a little bit with the machines, and that's what I would need to get going sync-wise. But otherwise, mixing, good tip. To Peter Peckers, I remember. Guys, I know you all in there. That's so funny. It's just like, thanks so much for the support, really. I really appreciate that. You're still online here with me, and you could do some other stuff on Sunday night. By the way, I need to get up in about 7 hours in order to continue to mix my album. So sooner or later I need to hit the sack. And Elector says it should be nice if I could make a live remix of a classic. You know, I did actually just remix a classic. You want to hear it? Yeah, I guess we can hear it. I remixed anybody remembers T99 Anastasia? Here we go. You remember that? T99 Anastasia? My CPU is not really processed. I don't know what it is. It's the computer. It's too hot for it. I don't know what it is. T99. But that is actually a good idea to do a production stream about how I did this remix. The remix is not out yet, but since you're here now, I can play it to you maybe. And I did it actually with the MC707. T99 Anastasia is this here. Reactivate. Let's listen to it.
Music maestro, please.
Kova, that's a good idea. That like watching me trying to get a cool pattern is not really fun, but explaining what gets into the stuff. Good idea. Thank you. And YouTube might show us up. Yeah, I checked for dust. I actually clean my computer like daily, and we're talking about the temperature of the CPU. You have the fan trying to keep up with your comments here. Yeah, classic tune. I don't know when the remix is coming out. Peter, I didn't know that story with the royalties that expired. Oh, thank you, VJ Taylor River. When it's playing, we can't hear you very clearly. Okay, I gotta watch that then. Either I yell. Anyways, you want to hear the remix? The remix. Hold on. Where's my remix? Let me take you on a tour on my computer. Bam. Where's the T99 remix? Here's the folder for the T99 remix. Here's the mix project. And here's my master. Wait. Way too loud, is it? So that's my remix, and I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know when the remix is coming out, and I just realized I have to turn off the music when I talk, right? But early on, when we did the production stuff, I was understandable. Anyways, I'll turn the music down when I talk. That makes much more sense. So that's my remix. I'm not sure when it's coming out. Let's hear if you like it. Yes, I did get stems of the original. No, not stems. It was just individual samples, and essentially, I used the samples and I put them on the MC707. That was the first thing that I did with the MC707. I put all the samples on there, and then I just played around with the samples, and that's what came out of it. Yes, and I have done the kick with the punch box. Are you still listening? Are you still here? Josh, you're asking if you need to punch the buy button for these Roland machines. Yep. I have to agree, it's really amazing. Like, it's really good stuff. Peter, I hope so too, that Switzerland gigs will still happen. Okay. Back to work. Yeah, that remix is coming out at some point in the future. I don't really know when. I basically just delivered it like three weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe 4. Thanks for the comments. Yeah. Let's see what the sync is doing again. Since we restarted this. By the way, it's funny because because you remember in the beginning, some of you might be still with me from the beginning, which I don't know why you would be, but for those who are watching. In the beginning, I had 7,990 subscribers, and I was asking, let's get over the 8,000, please subscribe. And actually, we're now at 7,980. So I achieved the opposite with my stream, which is fine. Since we don't care how many people are watching, as long as the right people are watching, right? And now those right people, we all need to find out where our sync is. Let's do this. Huh. Is the sync back? Is it or is it not? Oh God. Why? Why is this happening? Okay. I think I'd give up sooner or later on that sync stuff. No, I'm at 7,980 according to my YouTube, not over 8K. Anyways, doesn't really matter too. The 909 is syncing now. And I mean, you could actually rewind and you saw it was all syncing and running. And then at some point, it's not anymore. It's not me, it's this machine. So let's try it one more time. And otherwise I'll try again tomorrow. Because I need to get up early. So 909 is syncing, fine. I have that. Ah, I love this hi-hat. It's nothing better than a 16's 909 hi-hat and a 16's 909 ride. Okay. What's the 303 doing? Completely off. Better? Huh. Yay. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Okay, it's a little bit better, but now I would say this is off. Hello? What? there's definitely I updated the MC707 today, and there's definitely something not right, because we used to have a kick drum here on the first channel, on the first track, on that one. Where are we? Here. On that one. I need to set up the cameras way better too, right? Okay, you could help me with one more thing. Yeah, I don't care about that tom sound, but is the cameras okay, or what would you want to see with the cameras? What would you want to see? Let me know. So why is there no sound? Yeah, there is sound. Sound. There should be sound here. Why is there no sound? It just vanished. And it happened before. There is normally sound on there. Okay, let's save it, turn it on and turn it off and see what happens. Let's do that. To Pam. Right, project. Okay, cameras. From above. Okay, a shot on the machine I'm working on. Top gear view, so something from the top. Bird eye view, yeah, okay. So a view from above, that's, I can do that, that's all right. So that camera, that one, I'm just gonna hang from the top down, right? Because nobody needs that camera, right? No one needs that. So we do this. Like this, right? That's what you mean, right? This is what we're gonna do. Like this, or even closer. Closer doesn't really, I'm not sure how that could work. Anyways, is that what you mean? Yeah? Right? Not too close, okay, but you still want to see what I'm doing there. I'm not sure if you're even interested in what I'm doing there. Okay, I saved that. We'll turn this thing off and see what happens when I turn it on again. You're the witness here now. So if we have sound now when I hit these buttons, I didn't do anything but turning it off and off, then there is a bug, right? Nope. But here, there's sound. Why is there no sound? There should be sound. Okay, let's load something new and find out. Things like this just bug me, and then I can't stop. Let's use this uploaded it. I don't hear anything. What could be the reason? Okay, completely delete the whole channel. Not that I delete everything again. Okay. I delete the whole track. Great. So now I'm gonna do new drum track on here. Bam. I'm gonna load a bank. And I have sound again. That's so weird. And the same here, no sound. I'm just gonna delete the whole thing. Then I'm gonna get a tone track in. Nope, a tone track. I said a tone track. Tone track. And because we have a tone track, we can go into random files. I mean, I could load some sort of file. See, we have sound again. Something dreamy for the end. Let's do this. And now all I wanted to do is to find out if we are in sync with this thing. So what? God. Should run 2 cycles. 16 is enough. Wow, this is off. All right, so we have this. Do we still have the rest? Hey! At least it's syncing, sort of. I'm not sure what happened to the ghost in the 101. It's completely gone. I didn't do anything. Hello? Ah! Things that I need to find out. What is going on 101? There should definitely be sound coming out, if there was sound. Okay, turn this on and off as well. You know, That's why it's a test stream. Turn it on, turn it off. Yeah, I have a Halloween ghost here already. Okay, now we need to sync this. Yeah, I have a ghost here, but I hope the ghost is going to be gone by Tuesday, because that should be working when I do that stuff. Again, this is a test stream, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, this is working. At least we're in sync again. Okay, we got out of sync because I was opening. When the music is running like this now, can you still hear me? Perfect, thank you. Good night, thanks for watching. I'm leaving soon too, but I'm saying good night to Picanto. Thanks for watching, Picanto. Great, you hear me, perfect. Alright, before we go, I promised you to show you my two favorite plugins. Because that's where we stopped and everything got out of hand sync-wise again. So now we're back in sync. Did I pass the test? I'm not sure. You tell me, if you were Tuesday watching this on Beatport Twitch, would you be like, oh, I've learned something. Oh yeah, great. I've really learned something about producing. I learned something about that. Would you say that after this? I don't think so. So before we go to bed, because I'm going to close this soon, I show you the last two plugins that maybe help us with this kick drum quickly. I'll just show you now. And because I want to reload those plugins to see if the sync goes off again, because then it's the plugins. And I don't understand this. All right. Sync. Plugins. All right. maker. Such a cool EQ, so good. Let's get that around like 69, no, 69 hertz. Okay. And you could do so much more with this plugin. For example, a little bit of a low cut, which is sometimes really helpful for a kick drum. And the next one is yeah, the Better Maker is actually a Pultec, but it's a really it's a digital Pultec, because the Pultec at some point loses headroom. It just like you can't get up there. Where the Better Maker, part of the Better Maker is a Pultec, and it's just so crystal clear and smooth that you want to have high up there. But I have another one. So the Better Maker is a great plugin, and the other one, which I wanted to show you before we go to bed, is the Black Box. Oh, the Black Box, so good. Here we go. Like, look at that thing. Turn the output a little bit down. Turn the saturation on. Hear that? Is that good? Oh, here, the triode. Yeah, you gotta get that plugin. Without, with. And from a volume perspective, that's too good. From a volume perspective, this is actually lower in volume. One thing that I would only actually show you on Tuesday at that stream is what kind of I feel like my next step. I mean, obviously this is not really a track, but it's an idea. What my next idea would be is just like I basically hit record on all those thingies here. I don't have Tom. I want to record that, and I want to record that, and then I'll just hit sure what happened to our original groove that we had. Somehow gone. I'm not sure why. Anyways. Well, guys, thanks so much. It was fun. Thank you for your help and support in this test run. I definitely have to practice a little bit more to do this because, as I told you, I just set that up today, so I'm still trying to figure out, as you saw, how the sync is working. So I'm gonna turn all this off now and find out tomorrow when I turn it back on if it's still syncing, right? Otherwise, thanks for your comments. I wish you a good night. Stay all safe and healthy out there. And if you want, tune in on Tuesday night when I do this again. Probably I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow for an hour just to find out if the cameras are better. Like I hang this different, but I'm going to be working a lot on mixing tomorrow, so I'm going to be busy the whole day. But I'm trying to hang the camera, and then I might be doing another test stream tomorrow. But on Tuesday night, I'll do this hopefully much better on Twitch Speedport. Until then, stay all safe and good night.